Hi Pep, you ended the last international break with defeats to Spurs and Brighton. You've now gone 6 unbeaten. How much progress do you think the team has made in that time?
And the most optimistic make me happy is that I visualize the margin to improve. I love that feeling. You know, I like the feeling that I think we can do better. We can do better. And this is the feeling that I like to be as a manager. Otherwise, when it's done and after I had the feeling, well, the margins to improve is a little bit short. I think the feeling, the improvement can be better. Reading what they do, the opponents, what they have to do, the spaces we have to attack when I do it. And I had the feeling that we are creating again the tempo, the pace that is really good to read it, but we can attack a little bit more fluid and a little bit more consistent, insistent in the attack if we can do some movements that we can do better, and I love that.
You well? Busy week for you. Rodri came off during that game. How is he and the rest of the squad as you get ready to go to Brentford, please?
We'll train this afternoon, but looks good. Everybody finished without the problems. Yeah, fine.
All good. Phil Foden's been left out of the England squad that's just been announced this morning. How surprised are you at that, bearing in mind the way he started the season?
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, if Phil is still playing like he's playing, he will be back.
Is a little part of you maybe relieved because the last thing he would need is to go away and maybe pick up an injury?
Happy that the players go to the national team, but I am even more happy when they come back healthier. That's for sure.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Pep, on Phil Foden's form, there was a good piece on the Manchester City website this morning about his goal-scoring record at Brentford. I think it's 6 goals in 3 games there. First of all, do statistics like that matter to you? Do they influence your selection?
No.
But when Phil's playing at the standard he is now, how much more does he give this unit as a team?
A lot. He's the best player we have in the small spaces in the final third, by far. Sense of assists, especially sense of goals in small spaces. How he turns in attack and the desire to score a goal is the best we have.
Hi Pep, just back on Rodri. He obviously came off the other night and then you conceded that late equaliser. Are you able to replace him with just one player, or when he's not in the 11?
Are you suggesting you score because Nico Gonzalez was in the pitch and not Rodri? How you know that? How you prove that?
I can't prove it.
Me neither. So change the subject.
But does Rodri's place in the team, is it possible to replace him with one man, or do you have to change the whole way you play?
We cannot play with 12. That's for sure. We cannot play with 12. Now, I know what I'm taking. I know Rodri is safe, and I know that Rodri is irreplaceable in many things. But Rodri could not play 3 days before because his knee was in a bad condition. So that's why. So in that moment, Nico Gonzalez, in the 30 minutes he played, for the player who more balls recover in the transition attack defense, and we concede less transition, that with Rodri concede more in the first half, and he was playing. So that is why. And I would love to tell you yes, because Rodri is not in the pitch, we concede the goal. But I cannot prove it that, because I would feel it, Rodri would have been in the pitch. So, but Rodri cannot play in certain moments, maybe 90 minutes for many games. And Nico played really good against Burnley, really good. And he's learning, he's improving, and we need him. Because Kova is not ready, and Rodri cannot sustain still yet the rhythm for games, 90 minutes, making incredible effort the week against United, Napoli, and especially Arsenal in that way. I try to protect my players because look what happened in Carvajal in Madrid, look what happened in players for many injuries. He's injured again and again and again. So sometimes I want the best players there and being fit, but he's still not. So that's why I had to protect the players.
Another player who has performed really well recently is Jeremy Doku. What do you put that down to? What's the difference in him this year to last season?
What I said in the final third, in the 1-against-1 dribbles, is magnificent, is top. So he's a player that gives him more assists than ever. As a guy like Abdul, but he's still young and still have a lot of things he has to improve a lot in the global and understanding the game, offensive, defensive, and I don't feel just for good actions and help us. He has to, because that's why he has this talent, but he still has a lot of things to improve, a lot.
Pep, and can I ask you about Nico Gonzalez? We saw you giving him quite a lot of instructions in the few minutes after the full time at Huddersfield last week, the week before. Are you able to give us a little bit of insight onto what those discussions entailed and how he's improved?
Had to move in the right spots. There was a holding midfielder for find him more and the transitions, and have the time will be more free to be more courage to play, to break lines, to do all the stuff that against Burnley was much better, but of course can do better. But he's so young. It's not Rodri. Have been 7-8 years together, so he has just not even 1 year together in a tough period, and there are many things that step by step is going to take it, because he's open-minded, he's incredible coachable. Not all the players are. From my experience in 14, 15 years as a manager, 70 years as a manager, and he is, and he will get it.
And how difficult do you think it is for a player to sort of be Rodri's understudy when Rodri's been so good for so many years in your position? The club spent quite a lot of money on Gonzalez, and he's like looking at his competition going, I need to get to that level. It must be quite difficult.
Yeah, thank you for that subject, that we spend a lot of money on Man City. That's good. Yeah, I continue with that, and it's fine. So he's so young, and of course, even Rodri, when I started the first season, the struggle. It's normal. So when you won, so when the player came in new environments and new things, you have to need a process to understand it. The problem is open. So, but Nico is Nico. Nico has to be the talent from Nico. Will improve a lot, but it's not, because even can play more forward. Nico in his early ages in Barcelona Academy, I played more attacking midfield as a guy who arrived in the box, and I use that as a holding midfielder. He can do it that from there. So it has to be Nico. So Rodri have been and is an outstanding player. So everybody knows it. So but Rodri, I said to him, he maybe struggled to understand it's not about 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. Now 8 months I play, I'll be the Rodri I had before. No. Rodri will be good, in the World Cup in Spain. In the World Cup will be the best Rodri, and the next season will be the best Rodri. This season will be how you handle it step by step and do it. But it's normal. So if 1 year I've been in the table massage, 1 year or 18 months, the body change, the rhythm change and everything. You need question of time. As much as healthy and work in what they have to do, he will be back. He will be back.
I know it's not everything as well, but how important is it to build these kind of unbeaten runs for the confidence of the team?
Yeah, of course it's that, but when you win one game, after 3 days another one helps. But when you win a game and the manager will take 10 days to take caipirinhas and players go to a national team, it's important but not for Everton or for the next games, so Villarreal and so on. Have time to reflect, to visualize and see what happened.